As you all know, the Sea of Thieves closed beta has been going on for a little bit of time here. I finally played it over the weekend, and I wanted to make this video because I wanted to kind of detail my adventure in the game and talk about whether or not this game is for someone like me. What is going on, guys? Randall Thor 19, the man with the million, back again with another video. Now, Sea of Thieves is getting a lot of interest online ever since the beta opened up. Dominated Twitch, being #1 for 4 days, #1 on Mixer. There is a lot of interest in the game, and I was kind of curious to see what was going to be in the beta, considering I'd played the alpha once or twice. Now, originally, when my friends had gotten together to play it, I actually wanted to play God of War, which I'm currently playing through. And they came back after playing Sea of Thieves, and they were like, it's not for us. We don't like the game. And I was like, cool, okay, I'll go back to playing God of War. Well, the following day, I got an invite to play with Phil Spencer, so we set sail in a 4-man crew, Sea of Thieves. And I wanted to understand what the gameplay loop of the game is. Now, sure, everybody knows that it's a pirate game, right? You set sail, you take a quest, and then you go hunt for treasure. And then sometimes in between those areas, you may encounter some pirates. You fight them and get their treasure. But that didn't exactly... It worked out a little bit in this adventure, but not necessarily. So, first thing you'll notice when you load up the game is that it looks really good. I'm a fan of the art style, the bright colors. It definitely resembles a Rare game. It looks great, and the water, whew, that is some killer water. Best water in a video game, of course, hands down. I can't even think of a body of water in any game that even compares to this. So the big draw of the game is this. It's like a cooperative sailing pirate game. You have a ship, and you can play it solo. You have a small ship. You can play 2-player with on a bigger ship than a solo one, situated for 2 people, and then a 4-player ship. This huge ship that requires all 4 people to basically maintain. Now, you start off in one of these outposts where you can buy quests, where you can customize your character. But for the purpose of the beta, a lot of the progression things aren't in the game. At least it didn't seem to me. The only vendor that was available was the Gold Hoarders. And they had kind of small introductory quests. So you would go spend your money, buy a quest, and then go out on the quest, find the treasure, bring it back, and they'll give you money. And then use that money to, you know, buy a gun, like a blunderbuss for your character, or some more cool looking hats, or whatever cosmetic stuff you wanted, or you can just buy harder missions or more in-depth missions. But to me, like, the star of the game is the ship and the sailing, because when you're in a 4-player crew and you have this giant ship, it requires all 4 people to actually work together as a team to navigate it. So when you actually select a quest, and I'm basically explaining Sea of Thieves here for anybody who hasn't played it or seen any of the stuff, it will give you a map, and on the map there'll be like an X, or it'll be a riddle. So you go down underneath the ship, and there'll be a map room, and on the map room you find the island, you match it up with the map, and you find the island. And then say it's off to the northeast, you tell the person steering, which in this game, that is what I like to do. I like to be the one who steers the ship. They'll be like, go northeast. So you set sail, right? And the thing is, when you're sailing this gigantic ship, you can't see in front of you. So you constantly have to have somebody either in front of the ship or all the way up in the crow's nest shouting out, hey, there's an island coming up to your... We're coming up on an island, go left. Coming up an island, go right. I mean, you get the whole point. Everybody's got a job to do on the ship. My job was sailing. Someone else's job was looking out in the crow's nest for other pirates and telling me what direction to go. Someone else's job was to load the cannonballs, because there's a big difference between Alpha and this one, where the cannonballs you could just fire and fire and you didn't have to load them up. But now there's each of the the cannonballs have to be gotten from somewhere. So like little islands you visit will have barrels that you can collect things from, whether they're planks or whether they're bananas or whether they're cannonballs. And on the ship you can store all those things there. So you got to be a little bit careful about your cannonball situation or your wood plank situation, because when someone shoots at you and that cannonball hits your ship, well, you better hope you have some planks to board up the ship, otherwise your galleon is going down. So in this adventure, we set sail to find some treasure, and easily enough, we got to the first island, found the treasure we were looking for really fast, and got back out. Now, a lot of these quests are multi-stage, so we found the first treasure pretty easily, and then the quest was updated, and this time it was a riddle. We would go off on find out where the island is, sail there, kill the skeletons that were harassing us, and solve the riddle. You know, it'll be something like, on this island here, you know, find the lonely grave beneath the star, you know, 10 paces northeast, blah blah. I mean, it's a riddle. You've seen the E3 video, I'm sure you've seen it. And then you walk the paces and you collect the treasure. And there was about 4 stages to this journey. We collected all the treasure, and then we were going to head back to the outpost to sell it to get our rewards. But as we were going back, we noticed that a 2-man crew was chasing us. They obviously wanted our treasure, and this is where maybe a lot of the fun for Sea of Thieves comes in for a lot of different people. You're going to see crews out there whose only mission it is to basically harass others and to try to steal their loot, because that is what this game is all about. So we were able to engage them, circle around them. I was steering, and everybody else was basically loading the cannons and shooting the ship, and we basically hit them a bunch of times, got right up next to them. Someone was able to jump into their ship, steal their treasure, jump back out. We sank their ship and made our way back to the outpost to claim our rewards. But interesting thing is, since we had sunk their ship actually spawned at the outpost we were going to. So as we were bringing back this treasure chest, this chest of sorrow, which anybody knows, anybody plays the game and actually has one, this chest actually cries when it's inside your ship and actually fills up the bottom of your ship with water. So you actually have to bail the water out of the ship so your ship doesn't sink. It's not a chest that you really want in the game. I mean, it's worth it because it gave us 300 gold, but it is definitely one of those chests that has a unique property to it. There's another chest like the chest of 1,000 grogs, where you're carrying it and I was swaying back and forth like I was drunk. But as we made it to this island, the people that we killed and we sunk their ship were waiting for us. They had spotted us coming back to the outpost, and sure enough, they were there. They killed us and took a couple of our treasure chests and claimed it from themselves. They got the reward. We were able to spawn back in, kill them. They spawned on their ship, and we were able to sell all the rest of our treasures. And basically get gold, buy more quests, buy more cosmetics, buy more weapons, etc., etc., etc. And this is where my concern for myself and the game comes into. I know there's not a lot of content in the beta. I've heard it range from being about maybe 20% of the full game is here, so there's a lot more to look forward to. And the thing with this game is, people have always been asking, what do you do? And after playing the alpha and after playing the beta, what you do is exactly kind of what I described. It's these spontaneous moments that you have with the people you're playing with and the people you're playing against that is really going to drive this game forward. We had some great chase sequences where we would be out roaming the seas. Instead of doing the quest that we had selected, we saw another ship out there, and for an hour we fought them. We sunk them twice and they sunk us once, and it was a lot of fun maneuvering the ship to get close to them, dropping the anchor to do like a quick move so we could get broadside to them, unloading the cannons on them, and getting their loot and getting back to our ship. But then they caught back up to us and sunk us back. It's those type of things that are going to drive people to tell stories about what they've done in Sea of Thieves. And I've already seen it on Twitch, watching some of the popular streamers. And I gotta say, I mean, there is a lot of interest. You saw Lyric streaming it, Summit streaming it. They seem like they're having fun. I know it's sold out on Amazon right now. But at the end of the day, I'm not really sure that this game is going to be for me. Which is fine. Not every game is for me. Not every game is going to be for you. If you crave a deep single-player experience, then more than likely, Sea of Thieves isn't going to be for you at all. I don't think there's going to be a story here that kind of lines up the quest as you play. It's going to be one of those where add players, add friends, add a mix of mischief and mayhem, and out comes the fun. It's like a make-your-own adventure game and you make your own fun type of game. They have this huge sandbox with this great water, this great-looking environment, and these cool things to do, but it's up to you to do them. It's up to you to have fun, because I can't see this game being fun solo. Maybe it is. I'm sure there are people out there that will have fun with this game solo, but that's not me. And of course, I make videos about my opinions and my things, and that's why I'm saying I wanted to recount my experience in Sea of Thieves and then talk about, you know, the future of like whether or not I'm going to get the game and if it's even a game for me. And whether I'm not going to get it, of course I am. I'm going to get it. It's an Xbox exclusive. I play a ton of games, so I'm excited to see what Sea of Thieves offers in its full release. Because I like Rare, always liked Rare, always liked the games they've made. I'm just curious if there's something else I'm missing here. Because for my group of friends, the ones that I play PUBG with on a daily basis, they've already said zero interest. The beta didn't sell it on it. In fact, it did the opposite. They don't even want to play the full release anymore. I'll give it more of a go. And I've enjoyed the time I spent. The time playing the 4 hours the other day in this. I had fun. I ain't gonna lie. It was fun going around, solving the riddles, sailing the ship, fighting the other pirates, cashing in the loot. The thing is, I've always questioned is how long can that be fun for? Is it a 20-hour experience where you basically go through all the different type of quests in the game, maybe visit all the different type of islands in the game, see all the secrets that you can possibly find in the game, get all the achievements? You know, like, there has to be some sort of draw beyond just that, beyond just I am making my own adventure for me. And maybe there isn't. Maybe this game, maybe Sea of Thieves isn't for a gamer like myself. And at the end of the day, that's fine. That's okay. There's hundreds of other games that come out that are potentially for me. You know, so I already know what the comments are going to look like in this one. Just know that if the game doesn't appeal to you, if it's not something you want to play, then it's not for you. Just like there are games on the PlayStation and the games on the Switch that have zero appeal to me. It's just one of those things. But I'm willing to give it a shot. I will be playing it again when it comes out on March 20th. I want to see the full world that Rare has made. I want to actually experience the rumored Kraken fight that everybody's been kind of hinting at. That would be pretty cool to see. So, with that said, I enjoyed the adventure this past weekend. I'm interested in seeing how the full game plays out, knowing that not all the stuff is in this game. But in the back of my mind, there's a little birdie telling me You know how this is going to play out, Rand. You already know what this game is, and it's not for you. And maybe that little birdie's going to be right, but we will find out on March 20th. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel for more content. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see everybody in the next video.